I don't think there's not one person who doesn't know the power of that word. The N-word is about an identity. It's not about a person. It's not about a behavior. It's not about a sexual identity or an orientation. It is not about gender. It is not about class. It is about an identity. It's not even the equivalent of thug, which some seem to think. Well, thug is about a behavior and a certain kind of appearance, but a baby can be called the N-word. In fact, there were many children's books, 10 little N-word boys, 10 little N-word girls. That's nothing about what you've done. It's being born into an identity that was somehow expected to be uncivilized, uneducatable, and buffoonish.
The N-word, from Paula Deen to Richie Incognito, how 6 little letters can undo an entire career. Why are we so obsessed with this word?
We know that there are problems in this country around race. We know that there is still a huge divide, and one part of that divide is manifested in the use of that word. So you don't have to be, a super scholar to see, whether it's in the Deep South or in the state that I'm in now in Arizona. There are problems, and part of that problem has to do with the word.
Dawson says that students use the slang version of the N-word at Valley High School all the time. He says N-I-G-G-E-R is a racial slur, but says that students use N-I-G-G-A as often as they'd say dude or hey man. And Dawson says as much as he does not like the word, he still used the slang version to feel more comfortable with black students.
Why is this word used so frequently? I just don't understand it, and I'm trying to understand it. I need help. Yes, I use nigga. I've used it.
And then that whole sort of misconception about how it's pronounced and how it's spelled really needs to be dispelled. Those are myths. There is nothing about that word that changes when you change the ending of it. In fact, the base of the word, that N-I-G, the root of the word stays there. In 2012, when President Obama was trying to be reelected, there was a decal extremely popular that says, 2012, don't re-N-I-G. And that was not a misspelling. So you didn't need the G-A, you didn't need the G-E-R, you knew exactly what that meant.
From the moment it was published in 1885, Mark Twain's Adventures of Huckleberry Finn caused controversy. It challenged authority, poked fun at religion, and was accused of leading children astray. What's surprising is that 125 years later, Huckleberry Finn is still making news. Today, there are school districts in America that ban this American classic for one reason, one word.
Words have power, and there are certain ways in which when we authenticate a historical moment, that word is very powerful. If, for example, we are talking about what happened here at the University of Alabama, or if we're talking about what happened in the Civil Rights Movement, or if we're talking about what happened in American slavery, or if we're talking about Huckleberry Finn or To Kill a Mockingbird, that word was a part of American history. So to say that we shouldn't use it in a historical context would be a little bit misleading. What I'm talking about is the social context, this sort of everyday casual use of the word that can pose problems for folks who don't understand or know that history. It's like racial profiling. Racial profiling is not about an individual, it's about a group. And I think that word is very different than the other words that people want to lump together. Yes, there are disparaging words about different groups of people, but they're often associated with a certain kind of identity. A small baby would not be called a B or an F. That's the difference.